Hi, friends. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Um, Today, I am going to kind of go over and show and tell how I collected and how I stored all of my memorabilia, junk, all that good stuff from my trip from Tennessee at the end of September. So, I know we all go to those welcome centers at the beginning and end of the states, beginning of new states. So when we got into Tennessee, they had a huge welcome center, which we always stop to when we go through that state. And I grabbed pretty much anything that pertained to the area that we were going to be in. So that's what all these bigger books are. Like this one's just a full on Tennessee vacation guide. And then we had the Gatlinburg one, Pigeon Forge, and then I think I got a Seversville. Yes. So those are the three cities that we were in and the areas that we were in while we were down there. This is kind of like the little bits and pieces that I collected on the way home that I didn't have room for in the um, thing that I collected everything in. Actually, this was bought from Bucky's the day that we were there, and then my Bucky pins. But we'll get into all that after. So what I'm going to do with all of these little pamphlets, I want to say, yeah, these magazines right here and the pamphlets that I have right here. No, we did not go to Graceland. I want to, but we didn't. I'm going to go through here and look and see if there's anything I want to cut out of them. And then, yes, I will chuck them because no, I don't need all this clutter in my room because it's already a big cluster mess. um, so before we go on trips, I always try to like find things that we want to do and plan out types of things. Did we stick to the itinerary? Absolutely not. Did we stick to, sorry about my dog, he's over there shaking. I did plan out things that I wanted to do and asked my husband if they were things that he wanted to do. And we did find things that we wanted to do, but half these things we did not do. I did find breakfast and dinner options. I had our reservations. I had our tickets for the train ride that we took through the Smokies, and then some other information that we would need for any of these items that I wanted to do while we were down there. I plan extensively. I'm a huge planner. I don't know why. I've always been like that. Even like when we used to go on trips with my mom and my sister, I used to be like that. So yeah, I'll go through these 4 magazines, see what there is there that I need and I want to pull out of them. And then I will chuck these big ass books. And then over here, I have a ton of other little smaller pamphlets. This one is like a map, so I did grab 2 of them because I like to be able to cut into more than one area. I do want to go to Memphis at one point, so I am probably going to save these 2 and put them in my future travel plans. I got a Pigeon Forge street map that this thing opens up and it's huge. I don't think that they had this going on, but I thought this was beautiful and I could cut it out. Yeah, they had some at the end of September. They had the Truck Fest, which we did not go to the Truck Fest. It was the lifted trucks. They had a theater night there while we were there. Then they had like a corn maze. We didn't do any of that. We did, however, go to the huge flea market that's there. We did do that. We were planned on going to the Apple Barn, but we did not do that. We did not go to Dollywood. We did go to the old mill. I should separate these while I'm going through it. We did go there. We didn't go there, but I do want that. I need those. So I might cut this out because I did snap a picture because we drove right by it and I did snap a picture. So I might cut those out. We did not do the Titanic this time. I did grab this because I wanted to possibly stop there, but then I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I need that many moon pies. And then we talked a lot about moving there, not to retire, but to move there. That would be awesome. I could not find the village, but then again, we did not go down to Gatlinburg, so that's probably why I couldn't find the village. I also thought it was up in Pigeon Forge. There are so many Ripley's, but this one for the aquarium is actually in Gatlinburg. But there's just so many things to do down there that I definitely will keep. The food, there's just so much to do while we're down there. Literally, you cannot do it all. It's just, there's so much stuff to do. So I'm probably going to put that into my other pile so I know. And then I want to just show you, kind of sort this stuff as I'm showing you. So this is how I separated like all of my receipts, crazy receipts. Pardon me. So on our way down, we left at like 11:30 the night prior to us being able to check in. And when we got there, I just did this all as day one. 11:30. It's only a half an hour. Not a big deal. So like we got there, we got to check into our hotel, or we stayed in a cabin. Gorgeous cabin. Gorgeous. So we checked into our cabin. We kind of like debated and hemmed and hawed on where we wanted to eat for dinner. So we found somewhere for dinner and then we went and checked out the outlets. And then the next couple of days, we just kind of did our own thing. We wanted to just go away from what I had planned. But yeah, this is how I did all the receipts. Do I like how I did it? Absolutely not. So this thing will get chucked after I get all my receipts out. I do not like this thing because there's only enough slots here for 2, 4, and then it goes into this big thing and I don't like it. So, and like my next trip is 5 days and then travel days. So, and I hate how it closes. It's annoying, very annoying. I struggled with it every time. So that will be sent right into the trash bin after I get everything cleaned out. So did I like how I stored everything else? No. So I got one of these. It is like your file organizer, I want to say. And because I collected everything, I mean literally everything, it is ridiculous. So I won't be using this on our next trip either. So this is like by the day. I did not use this last spot from when we were on our way home, and that's because I couldn't access this on our way home. But I literally have, this is day one. So I had grabbed, I forgot to bring like regular paper with me to stick things to. I forgot to bring like sticker paper, sticker release paper, I should say, because like we stopped at Buc-ee's. So in Buc-ee's, like this is, see what I mean? Like it's hard just to pull stuff out that's going to be show and tell. So let's get in there. Okay, so this is why I would have liked to have some like regular paper and sticker paper, because now instead of this being a sticky, I have to literally cut that out. And then these are all our coffees and I saved so much from Buc-ee's. Like my husband got some salted pecans, however you say that. I got this off from, I want to say that was off from our cinnamon roll box. Bought some stickers, which I thought this one was cool because it has the Seaverville saying on it. And after we were driving back and we made it through Virginia, I learned that there was a Virginia Buc-ee's, and I did not know this prior. I thought this was adorable. Yes, I bought it just for the bag, and super cute, and it will go in my book. And then there's tissue paper in here, and that will be used in my book as well. And then at some of the stores, if they had like a logo, like this is a Buc-ee's logo, do I need that Buc-ee's logo? Probably not. I think this is another Buc-ee's. I'm not going to unravel it. But if they had a logo on it, I would take it. I'll take it and cut it up. And then this is from, you know, the outlets. I picked up stickers anywhere that I saw them, any store we went into. We went into this, I'm not going to get into politics. I'd rather not do that on here. We went into Born Unlimited. So I got this off from my t-shirt that I got. If you don't agree with my politics, you don't agree with my politics, and that's fine. We just don't need to discuss it. And then, so I kept the bag from there. And then, I don't know what this bag's from, probably another shop that we hit up. And then I did get the Starbucks cup, the travel series mug. So I'm going to cut this out. And then this was in our cabin rental. They put like dish soap, hand soap. I think there was a couple of the like scrubbies, scrubby sponges. So I grabbed that, and once we were taking everything out to do the dishes and things like that. So I took that out and I kept it because I want that sticker off there, and I wasn't going to be able to do it without ripping it. So we'll just cut that out and put it in there. Yeah, I don't know what this white bag's from. That actually, excuse me, just go over into my other bag collection. I have a whole bag full of random bags from when we went shopping, and I wouldn't fit in here. Like, this first night we went to the outlets, and they had a Kate Spade. That receipt's in there because it has a sticker on it. So then we're going to have to do this a little bit different, try to pack all this crap back in here, trying to do it really quick because I don't want to make this video crazy long. So we'll get that back in there. We're going to get this back in there. Yeah, we went to Dunkin's. Okay, that's just going to have to sit like that. Put Buc-ee's. And I stole some Dunkin' sugar. Because we went to Dunkin' so much while we were there, because they had, and my IHOP's there. We stopped to IHOP on the way down for breakfast. The next day we went to a few places. I think that was the day that we went to Alcatraz East. I have another bag in there. I have a Carhartt bag. I found some cute stickers. They probably all won't end up in my book, but that's the Alcatraz East bag. When you do this book, they give you one of these. If you complete it, you get a detective sticker. And then these are all my little souvenirs I bought there. Can't set that there because it's gonna fall. We did a ton on this trip, honestly, and I think we were there for like 5 days, 6 days. Might have been 6 days, 7 nights, or no, 6 nights, 7 days. But I got so many cute little trinkets while we were at, I thought this was really cute. So that's one of my little trinkets. I got so many of them just to put down on the side of it. And then I got that. That was cute. I loved it. Got some postcards, some stickers in there. I have to fix that so that can get put back in there. I don't know what's stopping it. See what happens when you take stuff out and never goes back in the way you have it. And then we went to the gun and ammo store, which they had so much stuff there as well as just that stuff. Like the relic room was there, and that's where I ended up getting a bunch of crystals. They had a home goods store there. I mean, just if you were to drive by this place, you would think it was just that, but it's not. And then I think I got some sweatshirts, which were these. I got a Carhartt shirt. We went to downtown Flavortown this day for dinner. Oh my God, the food was so good there. So of course I had to pick up a bunch of stickers there. Postcards. I even asked the worker if I could get a couple of these, which lined the baskets. She brought me a handful of them, which was awesome. That's our ticket. I grabbed some business cards, and I asked the lady if I could have a couple of these, which are the kids menus. So that was awesome. We did play some lottery tickets while we were down there. I think we won like 25 bucks. And I tried crumble for the first time. It was all right. Very sweet. I will say that. Very sweet. And I think I got the minis, a 6-pack of minis. And I think we actually ended up throwing away 2 of them because we just didn't eat them. I mean, we had so much sweets on this trip as it was. We did not need more sweets. But yeah, I think we bought those the second night we were there, and we munched on them throughout the trip, and I ended up throwing them away the last night before we left. But they were good, but very, very sweet. And then I got the third day here, which is put away a little bit better. Stuck to something. Oh, we went to the Old Mill this day. So we went there for breakfast, and we checked out their shops, and they had a distillery there. They had a metalworking shop, which was really, really cool. That's where I got my rose from. Let's pop it into this bag. So this is from the distillery, this bag. I got a ton of stickers and such there. I think I did end up buying a shirt that says, "Hold my drink. I got to pet this dog." Just a bag. Oh my God, this right here, this bitch stick. Let me tell you about it. $14 for chapstick. $14. Never in my life have I ever seen chapstick for $14. So if you're ever down there and you don't want to pay $14, do not get this chapstick when you're down at the Old Mill. Crazy. I got a sticker. I got a keychain for the side of my book. The tag from my shirt I got. Some more stickers. The business card, some stickers. I got a postcard. I got this actually at the distillery for free. And I noticed that they had these. So I got one for just the Old Mill. And then this one is for the distillery. I thought those were adorable. And then we went to the candy store. So they had cinnamon bears. I love cinnamon bears. So the lady let me grab a couple of those bags. And then I got this from the Iron Metal Craft, the Whiskey Trail. And then once we were done down there walking around and having a good time, our coffee, we went back down to downtown Flavortown and played at the arcade because we did not get to do that the night before because it got so busy while we were in eating. So we decided that we would go back today. Oh, and when I bought the rose. The guy gave me this for free because I was just going to buy that first. And then I decided when I saw the rose that I was going to get the rose. So he ended up just throwing that in for free. And with, if you pay cash there, they don't charge you tax. I still never will get over that $14 chapstick. Well, $13.99 if you want to get specific. But yeah, I was like blown away. Did I have it in that bag? I don't know. Let's try this. Do I have something all wonky here that it doesn't want to go back in? Oh, possibly. All right, let's try that. I want to try and keep everything together the way I had it, because I am not ready to go through and take everything out yet. And then I have another bag in here. So many bags. We went down to the Sunliner Diner, which we like their food, and we had it the last time we were there. And then this is how your silverware comes. So of course I had to grab that. And this is your menu, which looks like an old school newspaper. My goodness, words are hard sometimes, but it's actually your menu. So that was really cool. So I kept both of them, mine and my husband's. And let's see. Oh, I kept a chip from the arcade. This was from a drink I grabbed. It was just a soda pop. And then I have a bag from Downtown Flavor Town. When we were down there, oh my God, I kept winning tokens or tickets, I should say. And they put them on the card. And I didn't honestly know how many I had. So you can go check them at these little machines. And at that point, I had realized I had almost enough to get both the babies those lava lamps. So between mine and my husband's card, we went back and we got the amount that we would need to get the babies lava lamps. And on this one game that I was playing, I was getting so many tickets. So here we went back down to the Guns and Ammo store. We went to Mel's Diner for lunch. This is the day that it was pouring and they had the flood warning. No, that was the next day, I want to say. I can't remember what day it was. I can't remember if it was the third day, because this was what? Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yes. So this is the day that we had the flood warnings. We went to Mel's Diner for lunch. No, we went down to the Old Mill that day. I can't remember. Oh my God. Everything is like mixing together. So what do we got in here? So this is Sunday. No, yep, Sunday. So yeah, that Mel Diner was the day that we went to, we had the flood warnings, flash flood warnings. So we went to, on Sunday, we went and had breakfast. And then we went down to a couple of the shops. This one was Three Bears store. And this is where they said that they had bears that you could pet, which you could pet them and feed them for $55. No, I'm good. I can go see bears, not pet them, but I can go see bears in the Smoky Mountains. So we just went there, and then we did the gem mining next door at a couple of the shops. Oh my God, there's so much stuff in here from this day. I got a journal while we were there. Oh, there it goes. It's popping open again. Let me just take some stuff out here. These are just bags and packaging, and then a flyer with Dolly on there, or a book with Dolly on there. I grabbed that because Dolly's beautiful and she's like the queen of country music. So let's see. We went back down to the Guns and Ammo store this day as well. And we got Little Caesars for dinner, the gem mining. Or is this the day we went to? Oh, this is the day we went to the flea market. So we got a bunch of stuff. We went to flea market, had a ton of fun there. They had so much stuff. And we did end up going to Mel's Diner, the day before for lunch and dinner. And then this morning we went back to Sunliner Diner for breakfast. And they gave us some coasters and stuff. And then, I got those things again. And I saved them. But yeah, we went to that massive flea market. We totally forgot about it, honestly, at first. And then we were like, what are we going to do today? And then I was on Google, because that's how I find a lot of stuff to do, is I get on Google. So we went on to Google and I actually found the flea market, and that's only open Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. But it's massive. I did not expect it to be as big as it was. But we had so much fun just popping in and out of everybody's booths and checking everything out. We did find some good stuff. I found some, let's flip this around. I found some houseware stuff. I found the crystal rose, which now that I think about it, I've seen it on Shein and Temu. So it could be that, but I don't know. And anyways, not a big deal. So our last full day down in Tennessee, we went to the train through the Smokies, which was probably about 3 to 4 hours. And it took us about an hour and a half drive there, an hour and a half drive back. Pardon. But it was definitely worth it. We had a ton of fun on this. I took so many pictures. I ended up getting my last stamp in my national park book. I got my last stamp because we never made it to that visitor center, because it was all the way down in North Carolina, and we did not make it down there the last time. 2 years ago we went. 3 years ago. 2 years ago. So I just grabbed a bunch of postcards, and they actually changed the name of this lookout point. It used to be called Clingman's Dome, and now it's called something else. I can't remember. But yeah, so we had like a 30-minute layover at the Nantahala Outdoor Center. I'm probably saying that really like so wrong. I'm horrible. But that was down in Bryson City, North Carolina. So, I mean, there wasn't a lot to do in that little layover area. So I kind of just found like a postcard. We went to one of the shops. They're very expensive, the shops are. So that's the train we were on. It's the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad. But it was definitely awesome to take that ride through the Smokies, see parts of it that you don't see with just driving it. So I got a waterfalls map. I got the trails map, the Newfoundland Gap Road. There's just so much down there to do. I wish we could move there sooner than what we planned. So I picked up a bunch of things while we were down in the Bryson City area. But it's just gorgeous down there. And yes, it is a tourist area. So it is more expensive down there. to live. So we were like trying to find other places nearby. Actually, you know what? While I have this out, I can put all the stuff from our trip home in so I don't lose it. Those are from my Bucky trip. That's Three Bears. I can put that in. And then this is our trip home. We did stop at Shenandoah National Park on the way home. We didn't get too far in. I must say that. We got to the gate, and we had already known, you could tell, it was extremely foggy the closer we got to the gate. So we get there, and the gentleman at the gate was extremely nice. And he says to us, it is super hard to see. Like you couldn't even see probably 2 feet in front of you, which was true. So we wouldn't have been able to see really anything. And it was $30 to drive through here. So he ended up letting us just take some pictures and didn't make us pay the $30 because there was no way we were going to be able to drive the 53 miles to the next stopping area to turn around. So he let us go in, take a few pictures that like pull off right there. So I kind of squished my thoughts about going into it, but I still got my stamp for it, which was funny because he stamped it for October 1st. So, and the government had shut down, so all of the national parks shut down. Nobody was working them. But, you know, it is what it is. And I thought it was funny. And I thought it was very kind of him to stamp it for me for the 1st, because now I'm the only one that has it for the 1st. But anyways, so I got a few pictures while we were there, and I got my little trinkets. So I'm going to use these as some charms throughout the book. I did get Bucky playing cards because I wasn't sure if there was going to be cards at the cabin, but there was, and these are adorable. So I'll probably put these with like our traveling stuff. If I can get it open. Pain in the butt. There we go. Super cute. So I'll put those with my traveling stuff. I picked up a couple pins. My husband told me I have to start collecting something different besides cups. So I don't know what it's going to be, but I got a keychain for Shenandoah National Park. And then this, I don't know if I want to put it in my trucks because it's supposed to be a car charm, but I might hang it off our book. This keychain for the book, it's from the Smoky Mountain Railroad. And then this was off the bottle of alcohol that my husband had bought for our neighbor at the old mill. So that will have to go in here. And then these are tags from when I bought the sweatshirt at the, what you want to call it, the train ride. Wow, words are really hard for me. But Buc-ee's has the pennies that you can smash. So, of course, I did those. And then these are from Alcatraz. So, I don't know if I should put those in there, though, because I might forget about them and lose them. But, yeah, so now this is going to be hard to close. And that's what I mean. Like, with me collecting everything like I do, I don't think this is a good plan. I might just go back to the regular envelopes that I was using. There are plastic envelopes like this. And plus, when we go to CrimeCon in May to Vegas, we're only doing carry-ons. So I have to be extremely careful of what I bring with me and what I bring home with me. But yeah, so that's how I stored everything until we got home for this trip, on top of my massive journal, which is my everyday journal that I wrote in while we were down there. But this is all going to go in my traveler's album. As you can tell, I didn't put everything in here. Oh, this is just my notes that I'm going to be doing. But yes, so, and that has pictures, everything in it. This one will have the receipts. It will have literally everything that's probably in here in that travel album. But I will take you along on some of those also. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You like this type of content, hit that subscribe button and knock on that bell notification. You'll be notified every time I upload new content. And thank you for watching and spending your last half hour with me. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.